Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. This is a non-custom duel. The deck I'm going to be playing is Shaddoll Invoked, and my opponent's going to be playing Frightfur. Just so you guys can be aware, my opponent is a little bit slow. I don't know if he's new to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or with he's trying to figure out the mechanics of Dueling Book. But be sure to be patient, and we'll let you know things will be reassured, and that I can guarantee you the duel will be fixed, as you'll see, because I do try to correct him. There are times where he does get mixed up. Either way, I'm going to be starting off with Alistair, and I'll be searching for my invocation, and then immediately I already have my combo. So, but then again, while playing against this opponent, just to let you know, he can be a tad bit slow. But I do try to correct him, and then we do come to an understanding. So there isn't too much issue. Yeah, and I'll be banishing Secure Gardener as well as Alistair and the Evoker to go straight to Makaba, which is the best combo as I see fit. And then I'll be activating Invocation's effect from the grave, shuffling back Alistair and Invocation into the deck. And then most likely, I'm pretty sure that's not how the card works. I think if I'm mistaken, Invocation shuffles itself to the deck, and then I add Alistair from my banish onto my hand. Either way, I only shuffle my deck once. I didn't really break the mechanics, so it will most likely be arranged. So from here on, I can't really do much. So I wish I could be able to play Red Eyes Fusion, but you can't normal summon nor special summon. That's the issue. So basically, I can only summon him. I say he's good. Alright. Makaba's strong enough as it is, so my deck will be his depending what he has, his fusion monsters will be futile, since I can pretty much chain with Makaba's effect. He can try to overrun my Makaba, but I don't know if he's aware, but Alistair is also a hand trap, so even if he managed to attack it, I can increase its attack by 1,000 by discarding Alistair the Invoker as a quick effect. So he'll be running right to a trap either way. So I'll let him get the search. You know, it will not hurt me still. It's also based on a gamble too, so he's pretty much gambling for effect, because in order to activate Toy Vendor's effect, you still have to discard for cost. Alright. After this, because he's going to be a little slow, so he could have had opportunities to pop my Makaba if he had, considering look at this. He has several ways of beating me, but he just refused to use their effects. Which is pretty mind-boggling to me. I feel like he could have easily outrun me. Or is he just like concerned that I have ways of countering his field, or his hand traps, or his monsters, his spell traps? Like, is that what he's more concerned, or is he's just clueless? I don't know. But we're gonna find out sooner or later. So let me just fast forward. He's a little slow. It's my turn, obviously. Lucky me drawn to another Alistair. Same thing, just normal summon, add Invocation straight from my deck to my hand. Let's fast forward here. I'm confused. Oh, he's no response. My mistake. Alright. For a minute, I thought he said I can use that effect. Alright, but I said wrongly, so. But yeah, I did think wrong when he said no. I thought he said, oh, you can't play that card, but then he's just saying, oh, I just forgot that I asked him if he had a response, but he didn't. So, because since this is on the field, Cruel Whale has a quick effect. That's what's not. Oh, it's only when fusion summon. My bad. Okay, I really forgot about that. I clearly did not read that carefully. I thought the Papa card was a quick effect. And he's pretty much screwed still, regardless. I feel like because even especially with Winda, he doesn't realize that he can only special summon once. So even if he manages to special summon something and it manages to pop my cards, Makaba will be able to negate that effect, regardless. So he put himself in a tough situation. Like really, he really did. Winda is really key though, seriously. But I would personally, if you're to summon Winda, you have to do it afterwards, or depending how many, unless you first you gotta summon the strongest monster first that can negate card effects before you summon him first. He doesn't come first. I feel like he comes last because you want to ensure that you get as many special summons as possible before you summon him, because that's the only way to take advantage of or get around Winda's occurring effect. Because his effect is permanent, and you can either play Canoe special once while he's face up on the field. So at the same time, you gotta be aware. Before you special summon one, you want to special summon your remaining monster first, whatever monster you want to have before you go into him or her. I always assumed it's a guy because of his physical body, but I could be mistaken. It's most likely a female still. But then same thing with Magical Meltdown. Activates effect to add another Alistair. And at this point, I can pretty much discard Alistair to negate, and he's pretty much doomed at this point. So unless he has a spell that happens to be Lightning Storm or any other non-monster card they can activate to get rid of my board, then I could be pretty doomed. But since this is his first special summon, he can't special summon something. He can't special summon anymore after. He's done. So I have to remind him after, so that, because I can just tell, no offense, like he's pretty naive, so it's best that I tell him so. And he clearly does not read his card. He cheated, because, like, yeah, I understand he means well. He has to get rid of a card, but the first thing you have to do is discard a card before you draw two. Either way, is going to be asked, so he has to put those cards back. The one thing I do respect about him is that he does admit defeat. He doesn't flee and scoop and say, "Oh, you suck," or disrespect me. Because I feel like if a person's willing to admit defeat, it shows that they appreciate the duel, and they're willing to know that when they've lost, they admit, and they don't want to make themselves look stupid, because they're willing to realize that it's just a game. At the end of the day, there are times you can't always win, and you want to prove yourself right too. You don't want to make yourself, even though like you're losing, but you don't want to put yourself in the wrong as well, because once you're losing, you want to admit that you have lost, or if you have won, at least prove it. Like, prove that you've won, prove that you've lost, and there won't be an issue, and then we'd be able to carry on with our lives instead of arguing, which I appreciate. There was no argument. I just want to clear things up for him, so he has a better time understanding, so he can actually learn from this and he doesn't make the same mistake. Considering the cards, he could have, like, the misplay was using Toy Venture to special summon, because he does not realize that Winda's still in the field, unless he had ways of, he could have pretty much super polyed me. He could have had this opportunity. He could have easily played super poly after summoning Edgem Saw or whatever, because there's no way he couldn't, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, he could have a chance to get rid of my Falco, but it's face down, because you don't know for sure. He's not aware. That's why it's face down. But I don't know if you can super poly face down monsters. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure. Even if he's aware that Falco's face down, but I don't think that's really the case. And here, this is what I'm talking about. At least he respects our match. He was willing to admit defeat because he knew he had no chance of, like, pretty much like doing any type of play. He had no type of offense during his turn, so I pretty much had the advantage. So he realized he had to admit defeat, and I respect that. I appreciate you, dude. Even if your name sounds silly, it sounds like a insult to anybody who will duel you, but you can't really judge someone based on name. I appreciate it though. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed the duel. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.